Alright, Qam Yasharahla. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahawah, Yahawashi, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Qam. I'm just pushing the truth in love, sincerity, and charity with all humility. Okay, shalom to the few sisters that be watching and learning. Okay, stay strong. Shalom. This is the brother Yashawan from the Qam back again with another brief lesson. The name of this lesson is entitled, No Other Powers or No Other Gods Can Be Yahawah and Yahawashi. No other gods can be Yahawah or Yahawashi. Okay? Now you know how the Christians like to sing that song, there's no God like Jehovah. Alright, there's no God like Jehovah. Now, well, we know in the Hebrew his name is Yahawah, not Jehovah. Because you know J, you know E, you know O, okay, in the Hebrew. Alright? You know V in the Hebrew. Okay? So there's no other God can be Yahawah. Okay, and Yahawashi, the Son. Alright? Let's jump into the scriptures. Isaiah 45 and 5. Alright? Matter of fact, let me just get go to Bible. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah 45 and 5. I am Yahawah, and there is none else. There is no power besides me. I girded thee, though thou hast not known me. Speaking to the children of Israel. Now when I say I am Yahawah and there's no else, there's no God besides me. Now that's what is triple up these Christians. Okay? Even those Old Testament Israelites. Alright? That's what that trip up. Because Yahawah says there's no God beside him. Alright? They say, well, he didn't have no son. Okay? So how could Jesus be a God? Or Yahawashi be a God? Alright? Just as the scriptures say that Isaac was his only begotten son, showing you that Isaac was the chosen. Okay, so Yahawah, okay, had his son, Yahawashi, was the only begotten of the Father. Okay? So Yahawah is saying like, yeah, there's none like him. None. Who had no beginning nor end. Okay? So there's none like him. What he can do. Alright? That's all Yahawah is saying. Okay? Let's get 1 Chronicles 17 and 20. Alright? 1 Chronicles 17 and 20. This is King David. O Yahawah, there is none like thee, neither is there any power besides thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. There's none like Yahawah. None. That's all that the scripture is saying. There's only one of him. Okay? There's only one of him. Alright? Now us, okay, as Qam, okay, why do you think we call Yahawashi our big brother? Okay? Because once we make it, we are heirs with him. Joint heirs with Mashiach. You see? Alright? Okay? Let's get another one. Alright? 1 Samuel 2 and 2. Okay? There is none holy as Yahawah, For there is none besides thee, neither is there any rock like our power. Okay? Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Yahawah, coming in the name of his holy son, Yahawashi. There's none. Okay, so for you Old Testament Israelites, okay, you love to say that it is only the Most High and he doesn't have a son. Well, explain this. Proverbs 4:30-4. Who had ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who had gathered the wind in his fist? Who had bound the waters in a garment? Who had established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? Yet, speaking about Yahawah, there's none like him. There's no other power like him. And what is his son's name? If thou canst tell. You reading your Old Testament Israelite, you all read this in the Old Testament. So why you can't explain this? What is his name and what is his son's name? What is his son's name? Okay, I heard the Old Testament Israelite tell me, man, if Yahawah had a son, that means he's going out, he's going to die, and his son going to take his place. Speaking earthly. Okay, going carnally. Okay, if you would search up the name and meaning of Yahawah, then you will see that he is self-exists. You will see that. Okay? One power that liveth forever. Okay? And we're going to have that same power. Alright? Because we are his children. Okay? So if I is a God and I have a child, shouldn't my child be a God? You all watch too much Greek movies. Alright? Let's get another one. Okay, let's go to Isaiah 40:12. Who had measured the waters in the hollows of his hands, and meet, which is measure, out heaven with the span. Okay, the span is a half cubit, 9 inches. And comprehended, right, which is calculated, the dust of the earth in a measure, and weighed the mountains in scales and the hills in a balance. Who else can do this but Yahawah B'Hashem Yahawashi? Who had directed the spirit of Yahawah, or being his counselor, had taught him. So who had taught the Most High? Who? Okay, since you Old Testament Israelites claim that there's being an Old Testament, that you all need to answer that. Let's go to Job 21:22. Okay. Job chapter 21:22. Shall any teach the Most High knowledge? When say shall any teach God knowledge? Speaking about Yahawah. See it, he judgeth those that are high. So who can teach Yahawah? Who can teach the Most High? Oh. Okay. Let's get Romans 11:33-36. Okay. Romans chapter 11:33. Oh, the depths of the riches both of wisdom and knowledge of the Most High. How unsearchable are his judgment, and his ways are past finding out. Who have this? Which God have this? only the one and true living power, whose name is Yahawah. For who had known the mind of Yahawah, or who had been his counselor? So who teach the Lord? Who counsel Yahawah? He is the only one. As I start off first in Isaiah 45 and 5, there's no power besides him. Or who had first given to him, and it shall be recompensed unto him again. For of him, and through him, and to him are all things. You see that? To whom be glory forever. Okay? So, like I have here, of him came Yahawashi, and we have the mind. We have the mind of Yahawashi, as the scriptures say here in 1 Corinthians 2 and 16. Okay? Just get that. 1 Corinthians 2 and 16. For who had known the mind of the Lord, that he may instruct him? But we have the mind of Mashiach Yahawashi. You see? So of the Most High came Yahawashi is only begotten. Okay? And we have the mind of Yahawashi, so we're going to be heirs with Yahawashi. And joint heirs. Okay? Yahawashi, when Peter and the apostles asked Yahawashi, well, when he said that we are forsaken all and follow thee, what have we therefore? Right? Yahawashi tell him what? You have followed me in the regeneration. Right? And you should be judging. You should be sitting on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? So if Yahawashi would be our judge, okay, and our king, and he said we would be sitting around the table also, okay, judging the 12 tribes, and that makes us a king. And in the book of 2nd Esdras chapter 2, with 40 on 9, tells you that he crowned those that stood so stiffly for his name in the earth. All right, so we're going to be joint heirs with him. All right. But Christians don't know this. And you Old Testament Israelites, y'all don't believe that. All right, but the scriptures say, what? Who will believe our report? All right. So let's go back to Isaiah 14 and 15. Okay, because the point of this lesson is that there's no power like Yahawah Yahawashi. Isaiah 40, 14 and 15. With whom took he counsel, and who instructed him, and taught him in the path of judgment, and taught him knowledge, and showed to him the way of understanding. So who did this for Yahawashi, for Yahawah? Saying that it's only him, and there's none like him. All right, so these other gods of the nations, okay, the Most High said they are idols. They are nothing. All right. Behold, the nation are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust in the balance. Behold, he taketh it up the isles as very little thing. Okay, so all before Yahawashi is nothing. There's none like him. Okay, he's our power, the supreme being, the ancient of days. Okay, and he's still here. He's still with us. He isn't going away and letting the Son take his seat. He's forever, just like we're gonna be forever. All right. So yeah, man. So Lord, build this lesson was edified. I'd like to give all praises to Yahawah, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Qam just pushing the truth in love, sincerity, and charity with all humility. Shalom and a Bible. Qam Yasharahla.